Okay, Rabotai, I'm telling you a story of two maids. Can I tell you a true story that happened yesterday with two maids? Story with two maids. You ready for the story? Now again, I'm going to tell you a lesson from it. This is a very high level. Mike, please pay attention to this. And I want you to get to this level eventually. I'm not saying now, but I'm saying eventually you get to this level. You ready? So yesterday, I had to do a lot. The house had to be like cleaned, spalas upside down, inside out, the whole entire house. I was reorganizing my entire bookshelf with other things. It was a lot of work. So we got two maids. We hired two maids yesterday, and my Rebbitzin, she tells me, she's like, I don't like it when there's two maids in the house together. I said, why? Says, because what happens is when I give them lunch or things like that or whatever, or randomly, I see, even during the day, I see them, they're just schmoozing. Senora, whatever it is, but I don't know what they're saying. I don't know how to speak Spanish, but they're speaking Spanish. And let's say, for example, and I hear it, I'm upstairs, and I hear people talking downstairs. So like, what's going on over here? And I have a camera in the kitchen, so I get to see exactly what's going on. I see them, they're making a cup of coffee, and the other one's having a cup of coffee. They don't know that you know, maybe they forgot. They thought maybe the door closed. They thought that we left the house. I don't know. But we're in the house, and I'm seeing them from the camera. Shmozy. With a cup of coffee and a cup of coffee. I said, what's going on? I was thinking to myself, what's going on? So my wife tells me, you see, this is what happens, right? The man and the maid, they talk, they schmooze, they this, they that. They don't really work. Their head at the time is not working. You know what I'm saying? They're working here, they're working there. You have to have a schmooze here and there. Okay, a little bit okay. But to schmooze it up like that, one's making a cup of coffee, one's making a cup of tea, and they're schmoozing. I said, how am I going to stop this? This is crazy. Now, to go in there and say, stop schmoozing, okay. So what do? I go there, and I go downstairs, I'm making myself a cup of coffee myself. So once I came down, they already stopped, they went to work and this. But I got a great Musad lesson from those two maids. And that is, in life, you must understand, we are paid workers. If you're a lady or if you're a man, I don't care who you are. You are a paid worker. Who's paying you? Hashem is paying you. There's nothing for free in the world. You're not doing anything for free. Okay? You do a chesed, you're getting paid. You do tzedakah, you're getting paid. You do a service for somebody, you're getting paid. 100%. Hashem doesn't take away any sachar, but at the end of the day, you're on His time. You're on His time. You have no rights to waste time. You have no right. Every person, one of the things it says that we give a din, one of the things we give din v'cheshbon. Everybody knows after 120, there's a din v'cheshbon. Everybody knows that, right? We go, by the way, it's like the first 12, most people is the first 12 months, you know that, right? It's brought down the halakha. You know how people go to the graveyard and sometimes they say in the schut, or they say the guy passed away and they say, listen, please, you're not allowed to pray to the grave, but you're allowed to say, because it's avodah zarah, but you're allowed to say to the niftar, to the one who passed away, please do me a favor, go up to Shamayim and pray for me. You go pray for me, tzaddik, please go pray for me, right? You know the same thing. Or you say in Hashem, you're praying at the cave and you're saying, b'schut to this tzaddik, answer my prayer, but you can't pray to the tzaddik. Yeah. So you know what they say? First 12 months, don't do that. For the first 12 months that he passed away, don't do that. Why? Because he's being judged. He's in the middle of judgment and you're asking him for this, for that, for that. Ask him, go pray for me that I should have money. Go pray for me. He's in the middle of getting judged. You're going to do that in the first 12 months? Because everybody has that judgment. Everybody has a judgment. Me, you, any lady or man listening right now, don't think we're going to get... And one of the things that we don't we forget sometimes, we lose control, concept over, is that judgment, that strict judgment. Because Baruch Hashem created the world, but He has also a lot of Hamim. But that's in this world. In the next world, it's strict deen. There's no such thing as, oh yeah, let this go, let that go, let that go. Every mitzvah that you did, or every averah that you did, you better make tshuva. That's what I'm telling you right now. It's not a joke. It's not like, oh yeah, you're going to get away with it. In this world, you can get away with it. You have a PBA card, you know the cop, my uncle's a cop, and you know this. You get away. It happened to me, no problem. One of my cousins gave me a PBA card with his signature and a cell phone number on it. And I remember one time I was driving maybe a little too fast, or I burned the light, I forgot what it was. So a guy pulled me over. I'm supposed to get a ticket, right? I pulled out my license, I pulled out my PBA card, and he called the number, the cell, because I was on the cell phone number. Said, have a good day. What do you mean? If I did something wrong, give me a ticket. Well, because I know somebody in the PBA, and that's it? Huh? The answer, that's the Rachamim. But in Shamayim, there's no PBA card, you know? I know him, he's my uncle. He's my uncle. He's my uncle. He's the so number. So he says like this. So all these things, you understand what I'm trying to say? There's no. And therefore, a person has to understand, you are on Hashem's time. You have no rights to waste time. You have no right to go on a, whatever it is, to waste time. Now again, I'm not telling you not to take a break. I'm not telling you not to this. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each everybody's levels. Yeah, sometimes you do need a break. Sometimes you do need a shmooze. But sometimes a person, he has his bizid, he has his seeds, sunflower seeds, and he has the whole bag, and he has a minhag. The minhag is that he doesn't stop schmoozing until the whole entire bag is finished. So you can go a whole Friday night, and he can sit there on a Friday night after this. It's my Onik Shabbat, Rabbi. Minhag, and he has the minhag, the whole, and he doesn't buy like the regular small bag. He buys like the 5 pounder, and he says, you know what? Shabbat is early. We 6:30, we're 7 o'clock. We finish the thing. He sits there. He brings his friend, and he brings his other friend. Then everybody has his own. Some guys like the garlic flavor. They have different flavors now. You know what I'm saying? And they put it down, and they shmooze. We're not birds chirping with the seeds over here. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, again, I'm not telling you on your level. So a little bit less. Go finish the bag a little bit less. My point I'm trying to bring out is, you, just like I got upset at the maids, they weren't doing their thing, they're just schmoozing around. I'm paying for them, schmoozing around. We're on a paycheck. We're on a paycheck. Imagine Hashem's looking at you, and He's waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. When does these guys stop schmoozing? Well, I want them to go learn. I want them to go pray. I want them to go do chesed. I want them to do this. I want them to do something. Say Tehillim, say Chumash, read a Dvar Torah, read something. Do something. This is what it is. We have to learn these lessons. We're on a paycheck. Hashem is paying us. If you had a worker, you have a business, Avi, right? Baruch Hashem, they have a big business, right? Imagine you see your workers, they're schmoozing up. What are you schmoozing? Go work. Well, you'll be upset. You'll be upset. We're being paid every second that we're alive. Hashem is paying us. Let's not waste our life. To each his own level. And Bezrat Hashem, you'll see siyata d'shmaya, bracha on everything that we do. Don't waste our words in nonsense. Every word. It's Hashem gave you words to speak of Torah, to speak chesed, to speak this. Now we waste the words all that, like this, like that. And therefore a person has to remember these lessons. We have a din v'heshbon. Hashem is watching us. Let's do our utmost potential that we can do.